Hey, are you seriously Dan's younger sister? Because sometimes I just seriously can't believe that you two are related. I mean, you're nothing alike at all. Oh, hello, Clara. I wasn't expecting to hear from you today. I'm sorry, what is all of this about? Are you really wondering if Dan and I are actually related? Because I think you already know the answer to that, don't you? Well, yeah, I know everyone says that you two are related and all, but I still just can't buy it. I mean, how in the world is a girl like you, who never went to college and is such a loser weirdo, related to a guy like Dan? It's just so weird. I guess it's just one of those things where one sibling is blessed with everything while the other one got nothing. I mean, you don't even leave the house or work, right? You're nothing but a socially awkward little shut-in. I hope you know that I do have a job and I just work from home. I'm not some kind of shut-in or agoraphobic. You mean you have a job that you do entirely from home? Everyone knows that those kinds of jobs are for the lowest of the low bottom feeders. You probably don't even make that much money at all from whatever lame online surveys you're taking to earn a few bucks. Or are you trying to say that doing chores around the house counts as having a real job to you? No, I have a full-time position with a company that I work hard for. It's nothing at all like what you're saying, actually. In fact, I had heard that you quit your job because you're thinking of becoming a full-time housewife after you and Dan get married. Well, of course, but that only makes sense for me to do. After all, unlike you, I'm a special case. And just what, may I ask, makes you so special that you can look down on me for not having a job while you're about to do the same? You really don't know anything at all, do you? I mean, you certainly don't know anything about who I am, to say the very least. But if you really must know, I'm actually a super famous singer on the internet. And now that I'm going to marry a rich man like your brother, I'll be able to focus on that career full-time now. And then I'm going to become a pop sensation that will blow up all over the world. And all my dreams will finally come true. Wow, well, that is certainly one way to try and get through life. In fact, I really didn't have any idea about your singing career. Well, anyways, I didn't just quit my job because I'm getting married. I quit my job because I wanted to focus on my singing career so I can become the biggest star in the world. And don't ever forget it, when you mess with me now, you'll regret years from now when I'm a big star. I see. Well, I certainly do wish you all the best in your endeavors to become that. I don't need any wishes from you, thank you very much. Compared to you, I've already won life. I have an amazing husband, a bright future ahead of me. What do you have to show for yourself? You're nothing but a loser who has never accomplished anything worth bragging about in their entire lives. Well, if that's all you wanted to say to me, then I think that I'm going to go ahead and take my leave now. It's been nice catching up. Hey, you little parasite! Is it true that you're actually planning on coming to my wedding? I mean, do you really think that it's okay for you to be there? Just what makes you think you're worthy to come to my wedding? Well, it's also my brother's wedding, so I think it's kind of only natural that I be there, right? I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding what the problem is. The problem is that you are a total downer, and if you come to my wedding, then you're going to completely ruin the mood there. Don't you know that? Honestly, sometimes I really do think that you're just absolutely hopeless, but I just want you to know that the only reason I'm allowing you to be there is because I know Dan will complain if I don't. I see. Well, thanks for being so generous about that, I guess. I promise to try and keep my head down and keep out of your way. Yeah, that really is the least you can do after all that I'm doing for you. But I suppose that this is a good chance for you to come out of your bubble a little more. Don't worry, I'll train you on how to act. You really don't need to go and do that. I'm sure that you're already plenty busy with wedding preparations, so why don't you just forget about me and focus on that? Oh, come on, don't be so shy. This is going to be fun. I mean, I'm only marrying your brother for his money anyways, so if I can make some use of you, I might as well, right? Wait, what? Did you seriously just send that message? Do Do you have any idea how rude that is to say? You're not really just marrying Dan because he has money, are you? Don't you realize how horrible that is? Oh man, that really got you all worked up, didn't it? You're like some sad little animal yapping because it got in trouble. Anyways, just be ready for tomorrow. For then, I am going to bestow upon you my exalted benevolence and teach you how to be a functioning member of society. Dan, are you there? I have something that I want to ask you. I know this sounds bad, but would it be okay if I didn't go to your wedding tomorrow?
Hold on a second. Andrea? You're telling me that you don't want to be at my wedding? What's the matter? Is everything okay? Are you sick or something like that?
No, I'm not sick or anything like that. There's just a lot going on, and it's kind of a long story.
Well then, you should come to the wedding and talk to me about it. I mean, you know how excited Mom is for this, right? She even went out and got a new dress and everything. You're always so holed up in your room working. It really might do you some good to leave your little hole and get some sun now and then, don't you think?
I understand that, but to be honest, I really don't think that Clara likes me at all, and I think it might just be better if I stay at home.
Oh, come on. You're thinking way too much about this. Just relax. It'll be fun. I know that you get nervous when it comes to meeting new people, but there's nothing to worry about. You'll get to meet some of her family, get to know Clara better. Maybe the two of you could even do a duet together. I'm sure that would push you two closer together.
Yeah, I really don't know if it's going to go as well as you think if I'm there.
Andrea, please. I know that ever since you graduated high school, you've been a bit scared of going outside, leaving home, that kind of thing. But the thing is that socializing is a skill, and that means you need to practice it. Otherwise, it's just going to become more and more difficult for you to leave your comfort zone. Besides, you're an amazing singer. I really think that you should think about singing at the wedding. Either way, I really am looking forward to you being there.
Dan, please. I really feel like you're not listening to what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I mean, who knows? You might even meet someone that you like at the wedding. Now, wouldn't that be something?
I really don't want to meet anyone. I'm fine how things are right now. I just don't want to go is all.
Please come to the wedding. Andrea, for me, this is all that I'm asking of you. You don't have to do anything else.
I'm just trying to tell you that I've got a really bad feeling about this. Clara, what the heck is this? Can you please explain to me what's going on over here? I don't know what you mean. Did you not understand what the MC said just now? I believe he announced to my wedding that now that I'm done gracing the wedding part with my amazing voice, that you're going to sing after me. Everyone here is going to get a little taste of a live performance from the both of us. Isn't that just wonderful? Plus, we're going to be streaming the whole thing, and the wedding is going to double as my big online debut. We're basically getting two birds with one stone this way. Isn't that just brilliant of me? I'm a total genius, huh? I really just don't even know what to say. This day is supposed to be about the love between you and my brother, and you're using it for marketing? Please, Clara, don't you think that you're just being a bit selfish with all of this? How dare you talk to me that way? Just who do you think you are to talk down to me like that? You've really got some nerve. I told you yesterday that your only job here is to do exactly as I say. Got it? So unless you want to get up on stage and sing in front of everyone, butt out. I'm just saying that I don't think it's really appropriate to be doing this kind of thing at your own wedding. But whatever, do what you want. Oh, I will do what I want. You think this day is about Dan and I? Wrong, it's about me, and I'm going to be the star, got it? As for Dan, it's his job to just stand there and look handsome and clap for me when I'm done singing, and that's it. But you know what? Why don't we go ahead and have you sing everyone a song? You seem to think that you know what's best for this wedding, so go for it. But just know that you'll be nothing compared to me. I should have asked you to go first, because you would have been such an easy act to follow. I really just can't deal with you anymore, do you know that? Fine. If you want me to sing, I'll do it. but just know that you are going to regret this. I'll have you know that I actually am a famous singer online with hundreds of thousands of fans. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? You really expect me to believe that some little nobody like you is a famous singer online? I had no idea that I was marrying into a family with such hidden talents. Oh well, now you just have to get up on stage and show off all your skills. Go on now, don't keep my wedding waiting. Just try not to break down in tears in front of everyone after all. You will be singing for everyone watching on the stream as well. I've already told the DJ to call you up. Can't you hear him saying your name? I wonder what song you're going to grace our ears with today. Wait, what? But I don't... this doesn't make any... how? Why? What even are you? What's the matter? You seem just a little upset. But the rest of your wedding seemed to really enjoy my performance. I sure hope that I didn't burst any bubbles for you, though. Or did you think that you were the only person here who could sing? I tried to tell you, didn't I? In fact, I was quite surprised when you said you were trying to get in on the same field. I was even more surprised when you were already calling yourself famous. I've been here for a long time, and I've never heard of you. What is the matter with you? How could you do this to me? I told you that I was supposed to be the star for today. How dare you try and outshine me at my own wedding? Not only that, but you sang so many of the songs that I was going to sing. You basically stole my whole set list. I guess I just happened to see the program for the wedding of what songs you were going to do. But I was surprised the DJ didn't put any music on for me at all. I did my best to do good a cappella versions, though. I was a bit nervous, if I can be honest with you. But that wasn't the worst thing you did. You hid the fact that you were such a good singer from me. I just know that you were waiting for the right time to reveal yourself, though. But the fact that you had to do this at my wedding, try and steal my thunder on my big day, how could you do this to me? But I don't understand. I thought that you said I was going to be terrible, remember? You said that you wished I had gone first to warm the audience up for you, remember? Shut up, shut up, shut up! Just who do you think you are, huh? You're a nobody. You didn't even go to college. You're not better than me. You're right. I did only ever graduate high school, but it's clear that I have more singing skills than you. I looked up some videos, and you really have a long way to go if you want to get anywhere near my level. Your pitch is horrible, your tempo is way off, and the sound isn't smooth at all. It sounds more like you're reading from a script than you are singing lyrics. Honestly, there's just no passion behind any of what you're doing, and I'm afraid that's the one thing you need if you want to go pro. How dare you try and insult me like that? I don't have to take this from you. You're just a nerdy little shut-in. You're not better than me. You tried to ruin my wedding on purpose. Just admit it. You think I ruined your wedding? Did you see how happy all of your guests were to hear me sing? And just how is the wedding ruined? There's nothing keeping you from going on with it. My brother still wants to be with you. Everyone is here, food has been catered, and the cake is still waiting to be cut. Let the show go on, I say. Oh, shut up. You know what you've done. You stole all the wind from my sails, and now everyone is talking about what a good singer they think you are. Yes, you might have livened up the room about it, but you made it all about yourself. You're not getting a single slice of my wedding cake. Well, then what am I going to do while you're cutting the cake and serving it to everyone? It'll be a little awkward to skip your sister-in-law, don't you think? You're going to be on stage providing us background music while we enjoy the food. Got it? That's the least you can do after the mess that you've caused. I'm really not sure if I even caused a mess. I mean, even my brother was happy to hear me sing since he knows I don't normally do it for live audiences. And just why do you care so much about what your brother thinks, huh? If I didn't know better, I would say that you're jealous of me because I'm going to be marrying him. You think that I'm jealous because you're going to marry Ben? That's actually pretty gross of you to say. But if you're asking if I love my brother and care deeply about his happiness, then yes, I certainly have strong feelings for him. So you admit it. You admit you love your brother. You're a freak. That's disgusting. I think it would be quite sad if I didn't love my brother. He's always been there for me, and I've always felt like I could talk to him about anything. So you're just happy because you had your brother to take care of you because you're too much of a freak to even leave the house? In some ways, yes. I don't know how I would have gotten along without Dan. My parents never approved of what I wanted to do with my life, but that just pushed me deeper and deeper into my singing career online. Dan was the only one who encouraged me to chase after my own dream. So if I can do anything to make this wedding better for Dan, you can bet that I'm going to do it. Whatever, I don't care what you have to say for yourself. You've already ruined this wedding by stealing the spotlight off of me and making it about yourself. Clara, do you really not think that this wedding is about my brother as well as you? What am I saying? Of course you don't. I really can't stand the way you treat him, though. You're not good for him. You don't know what you're talking about at all. You hardly ever leave the house, so I'm not going to sit here and let myself be lectured by some creepy little shut-in. Okay, fine then. I won't say anything more on the matter if that's what you want. I'll make you regret this. I'll make you beg me for forgiveness. We're not through here. Clara, you really need to take things down a notch. I mean, I know you're the bride today, but you can't be acting like this. Excuse me? How dare you tell me what I can and can't be doing at my own wedding day? Just who do you think you are, huh? It doesn't matter who I think I am. You just can't be treating people like this. Please, just look at what you're doing. Don't you get how wrong this is? No, the only person in the wrong here is you. You ruined everything. You ruined my wedding, and I hate you. You can be upset with me, that's fine, but you can't just start throwing cake at your wedding guests. That's just crazy. You realize this isn't going to solve anything or make anything better at all, right? What do you think you're accomplishing with this? I just don't get it. Why did Dan do this to me? Why would he side with you over his own future wife? I can't believe that he pulled you out of the way of that piece of cake and let him be hit by it instead. I was so close to nailing you, too. Clara, I'm sorry, but you are being abusive right now. I mean, you can't be acting like this. I don't care if you are a bride. It's just not good. Now you need to go out there and help Dan apologize to all of the wedding guests for the way that you're acting just now. No, I refuse to do that. I didn't do anything wrong. I am not in the wrong here at all. All of this is your fault. You ruined everything, and you're the one who needs to take full responsibility. Clara, open your eyes, look around you, and realize that the wedding was going just fine until you decided to ruin it yourself. This is honestly just getting to be ridiculous at this point. You are the one that acted like a child, and now you need to apologize to your guests. How dare you tell me what I do and don't need to be doing? You're nothing. You're a nobody. You didn't even go to college. How dare you tell me what I should and shouldn't do? That has nothing to do with any of this, and besides, you're the one who told me that you were only marrying my brother for his money. If you ask me, you're not good enough to be with someone like my brother. I can tell that you're going to cause him nothing but pain. You don't get to tell me who is and isn't right for me when you hardly even leave your room most of the time. You tried to trick me by telling me that you were some famous celebrity online, but I'm not buying it anymore. I know that you're a liar and a faker, and I'm not going to listen to you ever again. The only reason you came to my wedding was so that you could try and upstage me on my big day. And even now that it's all ruined, you still have to insult me. You ruined everything. You're seriously delusional. Do you know that? I mean, you're the one who looks down on everyone but yourself and only thinks of how to use people to achieve your own ends. And what's wrong with that? I'm the main character. I'm the star. If I want people to do something, they should just shut up and do it. You're the perfect example of what happens when someone doesn't do as I say. Now I'm going to come back out, and you are going to crawl on all fours towards me, lick my shoes, and beg me for forgiveness. And just why in the world would I ever in a million years do something like that? That is just insane. What? Did you seriously just question me again? When are you going to learn? I seriously can't stand how uppity you are. You're a nobody, and yet you think you can just boss everyone around. You're nothing but an arrogant little girl who doesn't know the caliber of person that you're messing with right now.
The caliber of person? What does that even mean? And do you really think that my sister was lying about who she is? Because I'll happily correct you.
Wait, your sister? Who is this? Who am I talking to? Unless, is this Dan?
That's right. It's Dan. And I have to say that I'm just so disappointed in you. I mean, I'm really having trouble even finding the words to say. But Andrea has been sending me screenshots of all the horrible things that you've been sending to her. How dare you treat my little sister like that? Just who do you think you are to be treating my family so poorly, huh?
Wait a second, I am so confused right now. Is this really Dan? Did your sister show you all of the texts that I've sent her? Please tell me this isn't happening right now.
Oh, it is happening. I thought that something was up with you after my sister had her performance. But I can't believe that you actually tried to hit her with a piece of our wedding cake. It was a good thing I was able to move fast enough to pull her out of the way. But you should have seen the look on your parents' face when you did that.
But I didn't even do anything wrong. And even if I did, it wasn't my fault. I was provoked into it. Nobody can blame me for this.
Oh, I think there's plenty of blame that you can take for this. Although you should know something. I know that you asked my parents for some help getting your career off the ground. I know that you were going to try and use our wedding to launch yourself online. But after your performance, well, even an amateur like me could tell you're no good.
How can you say that? What is the matter with you?
I mean that you have a long, long way to go if you think you're going to try and make a living with your voice. But more than that, I just don't think I've ever met anyone as outrageous as you. And honestly, right now, I can only think about how lucky I am that we haven't actually been married yet. Oh, right. And I should let you know one more thing. A friend of mine recorded you and Andrea singing one after the other.
But what does that have to do with any of what you just said now?
Well, the thing is that friend has already uploaded the clip online, and, well, it's already doing numbers and getting lots and lots of views.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You're not serious? Please tell me that that isn't going viral right now.
Oh, it's going more than viral. It's already one of the top trending videos on the internet right now. But man, some of those comments are really, really mean. Especially from other people who appear to be making a living as online singers. Man, this seems like a really cutthroat industry.
I don't believe it. My whole career is over before it even had the chance to really take off. How did this happen? I don't understand.
You know, when you first told me that you wanted to be a singer in the way that my sister was, I almost had half a mind to tell you who Andrea really was. But then I remembered how private she is, and that if she really wanted you to know, she would have told you herself. And now I'm glad that I didn't, because I bet that you would have tried to curry up to her and play nice. But now that the truth is out, I'm just so grateful that you and I aren't married.
But then, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen to us? Please, you're not just going to leave me, are you?
Of course I am. This wedding is over, and I want to break up with you. I never ever want you to come near me or my family ever again.
Wait, no, please! You can't do this to me! You can't just end our engagement like this! It isn't fair! I didn't want things to go this way!
I can't say that I blame you. After all, I know that you were going to try and use me to take care of all the debt that you have. Isn't that right?
But how did you hear about that? I never told you about any of my debt issues.
Let's call it a lucky guess. I know that one of the things that makes me so attracted to women like you is my salary. But now that you're basically all but admitted it with that message, I know that you really were just after my money.
What are you talking about, Dan? I didn't just want to be with you for your money. There were so many other reasons as well. You have to believe me.
Why? Why should I believe any words that you send to me right now? Especially after the way that you treated my little sister. In case you haven't been able to figure this out yet, I care very, very deeply for Andrea. And she is one of the hardest working people that I know. I know that on the outside, she might seem quite introverted and like she keeps to herself. But it's only because she's all keeping herself so busy. But you had no interest at all in the rest of my family. You were just interested in me and what my money could do for you.
But this isn't fair. How was I supposed to know how close you and your sister are? I had no way of knowing that.
I don't care what excuse you have for yourself. You just shouldn't be treating people like that, period. Got it? You really need to realize the world is so much bigger than you, and that nothing revolves around what you want.
You're right, Dan. You're right about everything. I realize the mistakes that I've made. And you have to forgive me now. I'm so sorry for everything.
And you think that's really just gonna make all the horrible things that you said and did go away? You still just don't understand, do you?
What do you mean by that? What don't I understand? I just said that I was sorry, didn't I? Why isn't that enough to fix all of this?
You hurt someone that I care deeply about, and for that, I am never ever gonna forgive you. Do you get that? I never even want to see you again. And if I catch you near my family, there's gonna be serious hell to pay.
Wait, no, please don't do this to me, Dan. It was all a mistake and I am so sorry for all that I did. Please, you have to forgive me for this. I'm begging you here. I mean, I already quit my job because I thought that you and I were going to end up together and I'd never ever have to work another day in my life. Can't you at least give me a little money or something?
You really think that I'm gonna give you a single cent after the way you've been acting? And I don't care if you did quit your job. I told you that you should hold on to it until your singing career took off, but you refused to listen to me.
Please, I am so sorry. I never knew that things were going to turn out like this. Surely you can understand that, right?
Just save it. You're embarrassing yourself right now. Don't you get that? Nothing you say is going to change my mind about any of this. You say that you don't have any money? Well, it sounds to me like you better find a job soon. I was just talking to your parents, and they agreed to make you pay for all of the wedding plans.
Hold on a second. They can't do that. You said that you were going to pay for everything. You can't just go back on your word like that.
I'm not going back on my word. I was ready to pay for everything when I still thought we could work this out. But now that I know you were lying to me about who you really were, I don't think of this as going back on anything. After all, you're the one lying to me about your true nature to begin with.
Please don't make me pay for this. You know that I don't have any money and I'll never be able to afford it. I'll apologize to everyone. Just please don't do this to me. After that, Clara's parents ended up taking her back with them so that she could live with them. They assured Dan that they would keep a very close eye on Clara, make her find a job, and keep her working at home until she paid off all of her debts, including for the wedding. Of course, I thought that this probably suited Clara more than she realized. As the embarrassing video of her and I singing spread across the internet, I was sure that Clara would never want to show her face in public again. After she moved back in with her parents, they made her sell all of the expensive makeup, bags, creams, and other expensive products that she'd been throwing away all of her money on. I hear that Clara's father found a job at her friend's factory and that Clara has been working there every day, non-stop, week in and week out. I'm sure she's still practicing her singing, but as we all saw, she still has a long way to go. As for Dan and I, Dan apologized profusely for me not realizing all the red flags around Clara until now. I told him that I wasn't upset about it and that if she had made him happy, that I wouldn't have minded. But I told him to be just a little more careful with who he proposes to next time. As for me, I have a new single releasing on my channel soon. I am a bit nervous because my subscribers exploded after the video of Clara and I went viral. I have a lot of new fans and I don't want to let them down. Earlier in my career, I really had tried to keep a low profile and only sing to my not small but not huge online audience. With all this new attention, however, I've been approached by a few record labels offering me contracts for my songs. I turned most of those down as I wasn't quite ready to step into the big leagues. But in addition to releasing my new single, I went around to some local venues, introduced myself, and explained who I was to the event managers, and arranged a few live performances. I really used to not like performing in front of live audiences, but after performing at Clara's wedding for all her guests and online views, I figured that I've really got nothing to lose at this point. I just hope the lives go well. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.